Hello, this is another video being recorded by T. Chase. This video is another video on the English King James Version Bible Code, which is the Bible code in English in the King James Version Bible. In this case, we will look for Bible code matrices related to the United States Civil War of 1860 to 1865 to see if there are Bible code matrices of interest on it. A Bible code matrix is done, the Bible code is a way of looking for hidden prophecies and passages in the Bible by using a software program to search for messages in the Old Testament Hebrew text. The spaces between words are eliminated so that the Old Testament is a continuous block of Hebrew letters. Then by skipping letters at a program interval, the program searches for words. There appear to be patterns to the passages where the words are found and what words are clustered together. Now, in this video, I discuss a research on an English Bible code in the King James Version Bible. The Bible code also works in English in the King James Version Bible. In this case, looking for Bible code matrices on the Civil War in the United States in 1860 to 1865. And in this case, I searched for words in the King James Version, New Testament and Old Testament, separately for Bible code matrix patterns where Bible code patterns that the software found by skipping varying intervals. This first Bible code matrix is related to the infamous Pickett's Charge. Pickett's Charge in the Battle of Gettysburg in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, was a turning point in the battle and in the Civil War, where it was a major victory for the North Union troops. Pickett's Charge was a charge by approximately 13,000 Confederate soldiers towards the center of the Union lines, which was stopped by Union rifle fire and cannon fire, with maybe about 8,000 casualties, dead, wounded, and captured for the South. After this, the Southern Army retreated back to Virginia, ending hopes they had of a knockout blow against the Union Army in Pennsylvania. Now, in this matrix, the search words were Pickett. It was General Pickett who had one of the divisions, which was in Pickett's Charge, but it's always been called Pickett's Charge since then. General Pickett being a Southern general at the time. So the search words were Pickett, Charge, and death. High death rate in the Pickett's Charge. Also in this matrix, North, referring to the Northern troops, and dead. And you see the matrix here. The next Old Testament matrix is at Obadiah 1:4 to 1:10 and contains the search word Confederacy, but also in the matrix is the eagle for the United States. Now, if you study this, you may see some other words of interest in it. Note the mount, which could refer to critical hills held by the North in the battle. The word peace and prevailed against, in this case, the Northern victory. The next two matrices use search words Lincoln for President Lincoln and Grant for Northern General U.S. Grant, commanding general for Lincoln. This matrix is New Testament at Matthew 13:13 to Acts 1:20. It includes field of blood in Acts 1:19, which would relate to the battlefields. Note also in this matrix, depart in peace. Now the next matrix is Old Testament at Joshua 16:8 to Judges 19:8. Also in it, as well as Lincoln and Grant, is the king, which would refer to Lincoln, dead, had fought, and south, referring to the southern troops. The next matrix was Old Testament and used search words Sherman and Grant for Northern Generals Sherman and Grant, the leading Union generals in the last 2 years of the war, who did bring Union victory in 1865. Grant battled Lee's Southern Army in Virginia, while Sherman's march through Georgia set much of Georgia on fire in a wide path of destruction, including the burning of Atlanta. This matrix at Psalms 88:10 to Psalms 91:6 includes "Thy wrath burn like fire," which I would relate to the burning of Atlanta, Georgia by General Sherman. Also in this matrix are destruction, south, and the enemy. Destruction referring to the wide path of destruction left by Sherman in Georgia and the south. This next matrix is New Testament at 2 Timothy 1:17 to 1 Peter 2:24, and used search words Civil War and Grant for General Grant. Also note in it at Titus 1:10 is vain talkers and deceivers. Now you may find other words of interest in these matrices. By studying them, you may find other words that are relevant. But thank you. You can also look at my webpage on this, and I may gradually add more matrices onto the webpage on the Civil War and the King James Version English Bible Code. Thanks.